I want to thank the Eagle fans for allowing me to have a career in the NFL. Thank you. I am honored as an undrafted free agent to be selected to make the Cowboys' second-round draft pick, and on behalf of the five-time world champion Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Fame owner Jerry Jones, Dean Jones and the Jones family, Coach Jason Garrett, all the Cowboy players that played before me, that played with me, and played after me, with the second pick and the 60th pick in the second round, the Dallas Cowboys select defensive back from Colorado, Chidobe Awuzie.
They broke my heart. They broke my heart. And they did it like this. They strung it out like this. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for.
Yeah. That way. My guy got in. Shout out to Harold Carmichael. My guy got in. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry for nobody who try to play around with the Eagles like that and then gonna think, look, better luck next time. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, let me tell you something real quick, man. I was talking about James Urban like last week. Now, I'm not saying that I came up with the idea that we should get James Urban, but it just makes sense. It makes sense. Worked with the Philadelphia Eagles under the Andy Reid umbrella, just like Doug Peterson. They got the same type of upbringing in the coaching world. He's developed Lamar Jackson, played a big role in developing Lamar Jackson. I think Carson Wentz could benefit from a guy like that. The only thing that scares me a little bit about bringing this guy in, Urban, is that, Lamar Jackson wasn't the safest with his body as well. You know what I mean? Carson Wentz got issues protecting himself too. So that's both quarterbacks had that in common. Urban has to have this type of thing structured in his deal to where he would be able to call the plays. There's no need in us hiring an offensive coordinator if Doug Peterson is going to call the plays. I don't know what Mike Groh's job was last year. I don't know what we had Mike Groh and the staff for. But if I see Doug Peterson calling the plays and Mike Groh is technically the offensive coordinator, what is Mike Groh doing? You know what I'm saying? I want Doug Peterson to be the head coach, and I want the offensive coordinator to have the responsibility of calling the plays. At times, Doug was immaculate at calling the plays. At times, Doug could have got better at calling the plays. Now, this guy Urban, coming from the Ravens, he wasn't a play caller over there to my knowledge, but the Ravens ran the ball a lot. And I feel like that Urban will be able to utilize a lot of what we got in the backfield and incorporate mix some passing up in that with it. You know what I'm saying? So, the Ravens ran the ball a lot. I'm looking to see more running if we hire this guy. I absolutely am. I'm just in love with the thought of this guy coming over, man. He developed an MVP quarterback. He'll be sliding over to call plays for a quarterback who had an MVP caliber season before he got hurt. He had a little bit, he just got the juice right now. And it's good to bring a guy in with the juice right now. It's good that we got names floating around, because I was beginning to think, what are we waiting for? You know what I'm saying? You want to get your offensive coordinator in line right now. And then your offensive coordinator could come on and help you bring in your wide receiver coach. You see what I'm saying? And then Jim Schwartz can help Doug Peterson with the selection process of the defensive back coach. But I think it's huge that you get your offensive coordinator in line first. I wasn't expecting to see a wide receiver coach hired before, I saw our offensive coordinator hired. That just don't even make sense to me. Like, I could have seen a defensive back coach already hired because the Philadelphia Eagles have a defensive coordinator in place. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, teams do things differently. But I think we're doing this smart. We're not talking about wide receiver coaches right now. We're talking about offensive play callers. We're talking about the geniuses, some of the guys that help design these plays, some of the guys that come up with these scripted plays. The first 15 plays that you're gonna run in the game before situational football kick in, that's what your offensive coordinator and your offensive team of coaches are deciding. You know what I mean? I think a lot of that fell on Doug a little too much, having to do that and having to make the tough calls of, well, yeah, we're going to go for it on 4th down right here. Look, man, you can't be the soldier with the boots on the ground and the president of the United States that got to push the button. You got to sometimes differentiate the roles and make things make sense. Now, what I mean by that is this. With Doug Peterson calling the plays, he's feeling like, we should have got that 2nd and 1. We should have got that 3rd and 1. Well, I'm going for it on 4th. Because what I just saw with the play I called, I think we can get that extra yard. You know, and sometimes it ain't work out for us last year. Now, if another guy calling the plays, and he got to ask the coach now, hey, coach, man, should we just go for this 4-and-1, this 4th and 2 right here? Or should we let our defense take over? And the coach will be able to think and assess because he didn't call those plays. He got a different outlook on the game. His decision in a critical situation like that would be even more smart because he's not calling the plays. You know what I mean? He's worried about the big decisions. And I think we got to separate the two, and I think we'll be a much successful football team on the offensive side of the ball. You know, the loss of Frank Wright, I think it kind of hindered us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Frank Wright called plays, but Frank Wright was a guy that Doug Peterson trusted and Doug Peterson looked to in situations like that. Now, earlier, if you joined my live stream, I appreciate you, man. We talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of wide receivers that's available, a lot of cornerbacks that's available, and we got a lot of things that, you know, a lot of different directions we can go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the draft board. I'm going to do a draft board and have the guys that if I'm in the war room, these are the guys that if I'm looking at available from highest priority to lowest priority, this is who I'll pick. I would love to collaborate with somebody like 500 on this. Whoever want to collaborate with me, man, I'm gonna be reaching out soon, man. It'll be a great opportunity to get a nice little a war room setup going. I think it'd be dope, something for us to do in the off season or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's a big theory going on in Eagles Nation right now that, you know, we should be looking to trade Zach Ertz. I think Philly 500 is talking about that. A couple other guys have mentioned it to me, and I'm not on that train. I'm not on the trade Zach Ertz train. I just don't think so. I think to give up an elite tight end just to get a rookie wide receiver kind of cancels itself out. But you never know how that could turn out if we were to do it, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't give up a pass catcher. You don't give up your best pass catcher to get a rookie pass catcher. I think Zach Ertz can coexist on a team like he's been doing with the dominant pass catcher. You know what I mean? You know, that's just my thoughts on that, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to get my IG back. Instagram reached out to me. They're trying to help me unlock my old Instagram account. So, you know, once I get that back, you're going to know when I get that back. That's the one that be jumping. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, we still moving forward. We still pushing forward. You know, the Philadelphia Eagles got a lot of stuff to look forward to, man.